The French Quarter is overwhelming. You loiter in the shadow of a building that looks like a layer of cake and watch the crowds go by. So let's explore first.
Lenny's Antiques has a heady smell. Polish, maybe, or incense. Sunlight doesn't penetrate the blacked-out windows. The place is crammed with furniture and curios. The woman behind the counter beckons you over.
I know the look of you. I know what you're here for.
And what's that?
She sets a tray on the counter. On it sits a hodgepodge of stitched leather pouches of various shapes and sizes. Some have neck or wrist straps looped through them. She waves a hand across the display.
Good luck charms.
How much?
I don't want your money. You got something better.
She licks her lips, holds out a flat palm.
Are you gonna take my hand?
Her knife is fast. She slices a thin line across your palm, then snatches your hand and squeezes. She catches the welling blood in a murky glass vial. Your vision flickers, and as you blink, the place lightens. Sunlight streams through the windows. You are alone.
This is like the 5th thing since I started this game that has wanted or has taken just a piece of me for themselves. God, I don't think she's a vampire because it's sunny out, it says, Val, but, yeah. Oh my god. What is she gonna use my blood for? I'm kinda scared.
As you reach the door, a man calls after you.
Is this yours?
His name badge reads Lenny. He's holding up a leather pouch by its strap. You take it and hurry out of the shop.
That wasn't even the person who runs the store. Just some random woman took my blood for a fucking good luck charm. What the actual hell? Sells Gris-Gris in New Orleans. What the hell is Gris-Gris? Anyway, is there anything that can help with my thing? Sure, cola. There we go. Earn money. Want a street ticket for work? Let's look for work. This hospital needs someone to mop floors for the day. A nurse gives you instructions. Rat-tat-tat. Scrub surgery A in floor 2. Skip the rooms with the newborns. Ask Dr. Penny if he wants his office done. It's very important. Get these hallways before lunch. Oh, you got it. I've heard the term, but honestly don't remember what it means. Yeah. Oh, you got it. You try to remember all the nurse's very important instructions, but it's impossible. You haven't seen her in hours. This place is busy as hell and nobody's watching you. Mop floors at random. You mop random floors and hallways as fast as you can, totally at random. Around lunch, someone is in a suit, waves you over and hands you a plate of lunch. At about 3, a nurse gives you an ice cream cone. Sick kids wave at you. A doctor, question mark, shakes your hand. What's going on? When the nurse tracks you down at the end of the hallway, and she beams. You did a wonderful job. She fills your hand with cash. Everyone was so impressed. This place has never been so clean. You keep your secret method to yourself. Yes, yes, I just panicked to do that. Alright. So now that that bizarreness is out of the way, I sold my blood. I didn't sell my blood, but God, so weird. So, I'm thinking of following the road south down through Texas, making my way west, and then up through California. God, look at all these stories I still have to find. Oh god, that's so many of them. Wait, you aren't supposed to panic? Apparently not. But, maybe I can see if I can get a ride to... Maybe I can see if I can get a ride to there. Do these train stations tell me where it goes? I honestly don't know. That's a long way for me to have to go to Texas. Hop a train, but the trains go that way, so I don't want that. So let's... Can I cross this bridge? I cannot, so it must be here I have to cross. Cross. There we go. All right, how far are they gonna take me this time? Oh shit, there was something there. Oh no. Oh no. I didn't see the story. Oh no. These people take me very far, so I'm worried. Please just drop me off in like Austin, Texas. I think that's where that is. Okay. Gonna have to come back at a later date. Oh, it's Houston. Oh no, those are just like, oh, change story things. So I can find those later. I can find those later. Unless... There we go. Character. Alright, let's head into Houston. Didn't really take me too much further, but... Alright. What do we got from... Ooh. Ooh, I haven't heard this one before. We got into the Southwest. I like this. Oh. I am loving the music.
Over a booth at the roadside diner, tables strewn with papers and forms. He's in shirt sleeves, revolver hanging loosely off his chest. She's in a moss green dress from 2 seasons ago, and a felt hat that's begun to warp.
Listen in.
You slip into the booth next to him. Tell me again where you saw him last? He asks. He was in the car with me. We were just driving down the road.
Keep listening.
So where did you stop the car? He asks. She sounds exasperated. I told you, I never did. They have the same accent, same drawl from somewhere in North Texas or Oklahoma. But his is subtler, although he's been trying to shake it for a few years.
I'm loving the music. I agree, Zalgardis. The music was like the second thing that got me intrigued by this game. The first one being the art style. Heard to look at them.
You notice, for the first time, how handsome they are together. How much like a detective movie. But her face is broken by distress. We were going 40 miles an hour when he vanished. All I saw were those damn lights. In the baffled silence that follows, you find your cue to leave.
All right. Missing people. Search. Car crammed with well-dressed vacationers pulls up at a gas pump. Fill me up, will ya? The driver drawls, a thickly transatlantic affect. You oblige, he tips pretty well, then roars off down the road, fine leather bags bouncing and rattling on the floor. Alright. Why am I not hearing the really cool, more, southern sound? Hear a story. Oh, the bar owner, got me in mind, wild story about the cart horse faster than a steam train. Halfway through, he stops, recognizing the look on your face. You tell him the story about the man who loved his very special horse. The cart horse faster than a steam train. More exciting. Yeah, that one. Alright, that one's opened up a bit. And search.
You fear your feet will sink into the dry emptiness of the Great Basin. Every step is a syncopated crack of dried ground and salt underfoot. Even the vultures avoid this wasteland.
I gotta keep walking, though.
Was there a road you were supposed to be following? Your throat has gone numb. You're not sure you ever had a tongue. The lonely iron-colored rock rising from the ground is the first thing you've seen in days.
Look through the haze.
The air around the stone shimmers drunkenly in the roasting heat, distorting a figure standing before it. A rider, white from the tip of his hat to the slender legs of his horse.
Look up at him, and I wonder how much of this is a mirage.
The buttons on his coat glint silver in the sun. Dust doesn't cling to his pressed white trousers. You're tired of ghouls and very near done with psychopomps. Time contracts in the heat. Suddenly, he stands all too close.
Well, let's move close to this weirdo.
Some croaking noises clatter out of your mouth as you beg for water, but he doesn't hear you. He's not here for you. You slide down to your knees as he rides on towards someone else.
Watch.
Ahead, on what passes for a trail, another horseman, face down on the ground, ragged and empty. His horse dead a few steps before the spot where he was pitched into the sand. The white rider canters toward him, slow but unerring.
Alright, we saw the White Rider in the desert, so he is death, probably. The secret ingredient is death. Alright, we're almost to San Antonio. So let's gather all of our goodies here. See, what are you? Search.
Motor's running, but nobody's driving. Flies buzz the windshield. Beyond the van is a driveway, paved through cut green grass to the top of the hill. There you see a squat, rustic mansion. The sun turns your back damp.
Go to the house.
You arrive in the driveway panting, tongue dried out. A woman is sprawled face down on the lawn. Pink skirt, white shirt. Her copper blood staining the grass. Another one, a man in waistcoat and boots, slumped by the doorstep. Scrawled across the door in red is the word pig.
Oh boy.
She hangs by a noose from the ceiling beam. Blonde, dripping blood, and pregnant. She's in her underwear. And though you only have a glance to go on, you could swear that she's smiling.
The VW bus parked and empty, which I ignored in favor of even worse horrors. God damn. Alright, what do you got for me?
The steady spin of the lasso is hypnotic.
Help me out here,
Says the man.
I've been hunting this horse a long time. Extra pair of hands will make sure she doesn't get the better of me.
Why this horse?
She belonged to someone who wronged me. Butch slipped out of this world before I could square things between us, but damn did he love this horse.
He grins.
If she bucks real hard, haul on the rope. Buy me some time.
What'll you do with her?
He's dead. His old crew, though, they're still around. They'll bust a gasket when they see me ride in on his horse.
His hand hovers over the handle of his knife.
And then,
He grins.
let's get this done.
I don't think I want to help you murder a guy. A bunch of
He
people.
ignores you or doesn't hear. The lasso loops around the horse's neck on the first throw. The rope's in your hands before you realize he's put it there. He slips smoothly onto her back and grips with his knees. She fights, though, bucking hard enough to jar him loose.
Would have dropped the rope.
He slips, tumbling into the dirt and narrowly avoids being trampled under her heels. The man rolls to his feet, pulling the knife.
Fucking hell! You stupid or just got a death wish?
It's time to run.
In my defense, I told you I'm not going to help you, and you just proceeded to go as if I said I was going to help you. So that's on you, my friend. Or not my friend, you pulled the knife on me and tried to stab me. Let's see. Is there any further south than this one? Yeah, there's another story over there, but let's get this one down here. All right.
He's parked his car by the side of the road. A luxurious black thing, waxed so that it mirrors the stars in the sky overhead. The desert dust doesn't seem to stick to it. You find the driver, alone, retrieving something from the trunk.
What are you doing?
Well, what's it look like I'm doing?
He asks, as though it's obvious. He doesn't sound like the Okies driving on the road west. He has the cold tones of an educated New Englander. The pointed feet of a tripod dig into the coarse sand, hoisting his telescope heavenward.
You're far from home.
You could say that.
He says, idly turning a knurled brass dial on the side of the eyepiece.
Wasn't really home to me, you know.
How do you mean?
He searches for the right words, but his answer sounds like it isn't at all what he meant at first.
Too much light,
He says,
it's all the damn electric power. Can hardly see the stars anymore. Had to find a place where the night sky is clear.
Move on. The astronomer of the desert. And good on him. If I could find places where I can see the stars, I'd be really happy about that. One of the reasons, it's something I really do like about living in the country in Japan is like lights basically go out in the country over here, so I have beautiful views of the stars and the moon, especially right now with the moon. Probably go out there later and look up the moon. All right.
You reckon he can make the time?
The old-timer elbows you as you try to get a look from the edge of the pen, thick dust kicking up from the bronco's hooves. The cowboy's body swings like a reed being whipped in the air. He doesn't fall quite yet.
Wouldn't bet on it.
Good,
He says,
betting it'll be the death of this town, I tell you.
You turn to look at him. He's a leathery figure under a hat that's too big for his frame now. Eyes squeezed into slits by decades of harsh sun.
Keep watching.
After an agonizing minute, where you're sure the skinny cowboy is going to snap in half under the force, time is called.
Son of a bitch,
You hear the old-timer say.
damn boy did it.
Good on you, man. Good on you, Rodeo Man. So before we go into San Antonio, let's grab you to get another story upgraded. A tiny motor mouth is eagerly sharing the details of a strange tale with her brother as they loiter outside the store. The boy listens rapidly, eyes growing larger, mouth hanging open like a fish. She tells him about the horse and the rider made of pure shadow. You try to hide your surprise. It's the story of the rider you met at night who loved the darkness. The version of the girl must have heard is embellished, to say the least, but hey, it's a good story. It's true. And it's all... That's good to hear that one's being used. Let's see, San Antonio. It's humid here and absolutely sweltering. Men lounge in the shade and pluck their sweat-soaked shirts off their sticky chests. You wander down a wide, modern street as the cars go roaring by.
Little remains of the Alamo. Just a chapel and some barracks. The inside of the chapel seems off, like a space that is both ruin and restored relic, unsure if it should crumble or sparkle. The rumbling of cars outside is undeterred by the shaky adobe walls.
Move deeper in.
You come across a well, a squat square made of stone, hidden beneath a large, crooked oak tree. And on it sits a dejected man, eyes downcast, face hidden by a broad-brimmed hat, and clothes so thickly coated with dust that you can't make out their style or color.
Is this going to be one of the defenders of the Alamo? Howdy, stranger.
He looks up at you, and you get a better look at his face. Sun-beaten, several days unshaven, and body. Though he smells strongly of black powder, a single sharp hole punctures his torso. From there, blood oozes down, and smoke wafts up.
Oh joy, one of these. Oh joy, another soldier ghost. Another soldier ghost with wounds that bleed and smoke at the same time. Try to help him, I guess.
No. It's too late for me. He bats your hand away. His is clammy and cold, even in the hot, dry air. It's a long time before he musters the strength to say anything more. I marched out here following some rich man from New Orleans.
How'd that work out for you? For what?
He makes a hollow noise like he's trying to laugh, but has forgotten how. For this, a heavily worn boot scratches a line in the dusty ground. For land, for the dirt of this place, I was promised. But instead of speaking, he just slumps forward, bent like a reed.
One of the Texans, one of the people who help with that. One of the people who want to help the slave state of Texas. The dead soldier at the Alamo. Alright, well, Texas seems to be pretty cleared so far. So, we got a decision to make here. Do I want to keep heading west? Or do I... do kind of want to... you know what? Let's see. Let's head west and up into... Let's head west and up into New Mexico and meet some new people, because there's 4 or 5 people roughly in the same general vicinity. So this could be interesting. Let's just give it a look-see. All right. Be up north, following the road until we get to, looks to be like El Paso. Oops. Oh, fuck yeah. New music. Hell yeah. I want to listen to this for a little bit. Oh, that's nice. Almost there. Oh, we're near El Paso now, too. Check out El Paso for a bit. Lots of stuff to do here, it looks like. Ah, story to tell. Yep. The waitress at the diner, an outlandish story happened to your friends. Which one? The story about the water that turned into wine for the thirsty pickers. Halfway through, you realize it's the story of the thirsty cotton pickers. You mean the thirsty cotton pickers who I didn't give water to? Because, I mean, I guess. Alright, search here.
The jackrabbit flees across the desert, and the house cat follows. They're equals in speed and finesse, a miniature portrait of lion and gazelle. This drama of nature captivates, even though, if you're honest, the whole spectacle's mostly just adorable.
That's supposed to be a jackalope?
The hare turns as it lands and carries the momentum forward. The house cat reacts too slow, skids past, putting distance between the two critters. The hare races past you. Are those? No. Couldn't be. This jackrabbit has antlers. Huh.
Cheer for the jackrabbit.
Your mighty whoop fills the jackrabbit with determination. It turns and thrusts its antlers at the cat, little teeth bared like needles. The house cat hits the brakes and bolts the other direction, twice as fast as before.
All right, found the jackalope. All right, next we grab this story, then we go into El Paso.
The railway was a fast route between two towns, but the oil which promised to make each town rich was never there. The track died fast. The citizens, like the bird, survive on pickings. The vulture gouges at a cow's jawbone, a piece of paper trapped under the skull.
Read the note.
Your motion disturbs the bird, takes off with an air of disdain. The buffalo is long dead. There was no meat left. It lands again, not far across the track. The note tears as you pull it free. I can't wait longer. Ran out of food.
Piece the note together.
Mary, I can't wait longer. Ran out of food, so had to hunt. I hate it. I said we'd leave for a new life, but not one like this. Guess you've changed your mind. If you still want to marry me, I'm going north. I love you.
Take the path across the track.
The rider did not make it far. Some 200 yards across the track is a body on its back. It stinks. Marks in the dirt indicate someone tried to move it. Its arms are folded over its chest. A once white handkerchief has been used to cover the man's face.
Examine the body.
The clothes at the front are bloody and torn where they've been pecked by birds. There's no obvious wound that hasn't been inflicted after death. When you roll it over with your foot, the killing blow is obvious. A shotgun blast to the back at short range.
Ooh, yeah, that'll do it. The dead man at the abandoned railway. Alright, yeah, that's so many tragic stories. So many people dying. But that is America. El Paso. There's a dusty haze hanging over this strange tent city. The Rio Grande carves a barrier between you and Juarez. You can see folks on the opposite bank. I wonder what stories they're collecting over there. Well, the first thing I want to do is get some coffee in me. Could have gotten a quesadilla, but I don't need a quesadilla. Earn some money. You wander the streets of the city looking for a way to make some cash. Look for work. It starts to rain in a kind of torrential tree-stripping way that only happens once or twice a year. Everyone scrambles for cover, but one guy stays out in the street, a fellow with a bale of bent and lopsided umbrellas. 10 cents each, he hollers. What an opportunist. The rain has soaked him through, but he's doing a roaring trade. Hey, he tells you, go run around on the main shopping streets and pick up all the umbrellas you can see, okay? People sometimes drop them when they blow inside out. I'll pay. I'm in. Oh, I knew that was going to hurt, though. Fuck. He's right. There are umbrellas scattered all up and down the street like fallen birds. You gather up an armful, and the umbrella seller buys them all off you for a couple coins. Next morning, though, your throat is hoarse and your nose is running like a faucet. Damn it. Damn it. Oh, actually, my health is fine. Yay. Floor.
There's a wallet on the ground where the alley joins the street, stuffed with bills. You pick it up and glance around, spotting a man on his hands and knees in the alley.
Excuse me, I appear to have lost my glasses.
He sheepishly admits.
Look for his glasses.
They're on the ground just behind him. You snag him before he crushes them with an errant knee.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
He scans the alley.
You, didn't find my wallet, too, did you?
Give him the wallet.
His face lights up.
Oh, thank you.
He turns, then hesitates.
You know, I had a ticket to see the new movie at the plaza. Not in the mood after this. Please, take it. For your help.
All right, let's go to the movies.
Your seat is plush and comfortable. The crowd chats excitably around you. You settle in for the movie.
Watch.
The first few scenes play out fairly predictably. It appears to be a romantic comedy about golf. The crowd seems largely disinterested, their prior enthusiasm muted.
Watch.
Abruptly, the scene shifts from the dancing and grand ceremony to a shot of a grubby alley. People start sitting up in their seats.
Okay.
Takes you a second to realize you're looking at yourself. You stoop to pick up the wallet, then see the man. The crowd grows tense as you hand him his glasses.
This is some trippy bullshit.
The audience cheers as you hand over the wallet. The applause spreads like a brush fire. People start leaping to their feet, turning to look at you. Their approbation continues for far longer than is comfortable.
Good thing the morality play at the Plaza Theater in El Paso. Well, it's a good thing I didn't try to take the wallet then. Girl with a ton of tats in South. That one up. Foreign wedding with the gossiping relatives. And the morality play. Get the dead soldier at the Alamo going. And I have some over here. Cat and the Dead Horse near Chattanooga. All those are still going. Let's switch out to Priest Tale for something else. The woman selling gris-gris in New Orleans. I can probably ask my friend from New Orleans what gris-gris is. The family searching for a new life near Montgomery. Sugarcane farmers. Replace that with the man hunting his dead enemy's horse somewhere. That's all good. That's all stories I have. The murdering twins near Montgomery. Strange creature with a boxcar. Jackrabbit. VW bus. A harebrained demon. Okay, I think that's good. Let's meet this person over here. Wait, I thought it said my health was fine. Fine, I'll go buy myself some more stuff. Go buy myself, I don't know, buy a quesadilla. There we go. I like quesadillas. They're really nice. Alright, who am I meeting this time? Rocio. Can't stand still.
When was the last time you ever prayed? For me, it feels like a lifetime. My hands, I never thought I'd see my hands so worn, rough, and yellow from the calluses.
Apparently it's an amulet and a restaurant. Ah, gotcha. That makes sense.
There's a sting, like fiery needles like surging through my fingers. When my hands meet, the pain grows hotter, meaner. And my arm muscles contract as if they wish to rip through the skin. And yet, when these hands are picking fruit from the ground, the pain cruelly leaves. Un dolor y 20 centavos. $1.20 y the absence of a prayer. I never thought I'd see myself like this.
Oh, her tale's gonna be sad. I mean, I think all their tales are gonna be sad, but this is definitely a sad
Maybe
one.
You have a good, hopeful story to tell?
Sorry, you want Nope. Tell you what. I'm gonna tell you the story of the man and the witch in the bayou around Charlotte, because I need to get this one going.
That is too frightening. Do not tell me that one again.
Hey, sorry, Rocio.
Endings. Oh, I've seen many. I left Ecuador from a man who I called Padre, who used my intellect to embellish his poor name. I chased after a man I called mi amor to Mexico, who fooled me into believing he truly loved me. I worked hard in forgetting, as hard as when I reaped these fields. Now, tell me a sad story, a true one.
The woman selling gris-gris in New Orleans. It's sad that my blood was stolen. That's my argument.
Oh, do not tell me that one again. I have to sleep tonight. My fortune. Has it been good luck or bad? He fooled me so well. His words, his caresses. In the end, all empty. All loveless. That emptiness turned into brimstone. Pain. But every night I thank the Dios that I escaped from the embers. Please share a story of hope.
Hope you say. Let's go with the dead soldier at the Alamo, because I just seem to like scaring the shit out of you tonight, Rocio.
Oh, do not make up stories to only make me cry. It must be true too. Heaven. When I held my child for the first time in my arms, I wept. I wept that Dios blessed me with such a beautiful creation. I wept because he was born from a broken one. Maybe you have a good, hopeful story to tell?
Okay, she wants a hopeful story, so I will give her the story of the silent twins in the Northeast. That one I haven't been able to tell yet either.
Oh, do not tell me that one again. Traps. What is worse? To have your flesh and blood rob you of your true dreams? Or to have a lover drown them in a lake of veneno?
What is veneno?
Either way, you're at the mercy of conniving men. I pray that my son will grow up far away from such evils.
I hope he does too.
Do you know anything funny? Anything I can write home about to mi hijo?
How about the strange... How about the man hunting his dead enemy's horse somewhere?
That one I do not believe. My choices. I used to think that I choose to do what's best for me and my family, but in truth, there was no choice. When you're at your worst, there's nothing to decide, no fairness, no balance. You just wish and pray that wherever you go, you'll be able to keep moving, And my body can't take another step. Here is the sun. I must prepare to leave. My path takes me this way, towards the next field. When I was a child in Ecuador, I never thought that my life would be so full of wandering. I never thought I would leave my home or leave home my son. What about you? Where will you go next? Is it the path you always thought you'd follow?
No, but it's certainly a path. I'll give it that. Right, here's a story. Kindly old man sharing the shade under the bridge with you tells a few rambling stories, some true seeming, some conspicuously less so. All true, he assures you. There's history in this place, going all the way back to Indian times. Strange stuff happens around here. Can't all be true. Sure is, and then as he proved himself, he launches into a story about the witch who drinks the blood of travelers in New Orleans. And this one, you know, it's the story of the woman selling gree-gree in New Orleans, but wilder and stranger than we remember. I know that one. See then? The old man laughs. So I ain't put bull in her leg. It's all true. So that one's already growing with the telling. Good. Where do I want to go next? Kind of hard to think about, honestly. A lot of stories to gather. Let's clear out New Mexico. So we get to, so we're at El Paso, so we just follow the river this way for a bit. Collect these stories, and then there's a bridge crossing over there that I can get to. Cross around. So let's just keep going this way. Oh, whoops, I fucked it up because I looked away. If you look away for even a second, you don't get it. It definitely does look a little bit like New Mexico from what I know. I've never actually been there, but... Oh, hey, Santa Fe. Let's open up a restaurant in Santa Fe. Other person over there. Let's get these two stories over here. Start moving this way. So, one right here.
The strains of ragtime rise from an almost tuned piano. At the bar, an older woman, dark-haired and striking, toys with her cigarette holder. Hope you don't need lodging, the bartender tells you as you sit. The hotel's haunted. At that, the woman chuckles.
Ask about the ghost.
The bartender leans in. This was a long time ago. Woman lived on the 5th floor. Real fancy lady. They say she was... He breaks off, glances over at the smoking woman. I shouldn't say in mixed company. The lady laughs. Oh, go on. Her smile is sharp.
Keep listening. Keep listening. The ghost lady wants us to.
Well, she had a lot of boyfriends. The bartender hedges. One of them was real jealous. He murdered her in a jealous rage, and her ghost still haunts that room. There's a maid who saw the ghost with her own eyes. The woman catches your eyes and smirks.
Move on. The woman murdered by her lover. All right, what do you got over here, my friend? There we go.
A Chevy sedan laden with suitcases chugs to a stop beside you. A woman leans out the window. An infant screaming. And two boys are punching each other in the back seat.
Could you drive us for a while? I gotta feed the baby, but we need to keep moving. I could pay you.
Won't be necessary.
You grip the wheel tight as sounds of chaos fill the car. The boys have begun to wrestle in earnest on the Chevy's bench.
Yorona!
Their mother hisses. Both boys straighten instantly. In the mirror, you see their stricken expressions. The only sound is the baby's soft suckling.
Ask about Larona.
You direct the
don't
question
know.
to the boys in the back, but they don't make a sound. Their eyes are wide and frightened. Patting the infant on the back, their mother chuckles. The boys don't speak another word, even when you part ways down the road.
Let's see, I'm curious about that real quick, so... Larona, meaning... Larona... Crybaby? Hispanic mythical vengeful ghost who is said to roam waterfront areas mourning her children whom she drowned. Oh, I see. So, is she the ghost of a woman who drowned her children? Gotcha. Oh, no, she's using the story of Larona to scare her children. I guess that would make more sense and is less horrifying. So I'm gonna go with that headcanon instead. Alright, before we enter Santa Fe, got some things to collect.
An excitable man in dirty suspenders waves you over to a cave mouth.
Partner? Do me a favor, friend. Can you, inspect that cave there? Got 2 bits with your name on them.
Alright then.
The cave interior is nice and cool. There's a whole bear hide, treated and tanned, lying on the ground. It'll be a good spot to rest for a time, if not for the human skeleton.
Check the bones.
Back of the skull has a hole about the size of a quarter. You find a slip of journal paper inside the mouth. Normal bones, which Floyd the respectable prospector ain't touched nor seen much, merely stumbled upon during honest business.
Yeah, because that's totally legit.
The man jumps out of his suspenders when he notices your return.
Friend! Gave me an awful scare. Making me think you got lost in there. Hey, you see those bones? How do you think that fella croaked?
Probably the bear. Natural causes?
The man slaps his forehead and tongue clicks.
Why didn't I think of that? Yeah, it's a dangerous world we live in. Can't step off your porch without tripping headfirst into a pickaxe. Well, stay safe, friend.
He tips his hat and departs. You feel something behind your ear.
Check the ear.
Oh, it's a shiny silver coin. Great.
Awesome. Floyd, the suspicious professor. Yes, very suspicious.
The snake flicks its tongue.
That's close enough.
It is coiled atop a carved stone marked with faded flecks of paint.
Am I just an animal whisperer now? Was that part of the powers I got from the direwolf? Because every animal, almost every animal I've come across on its own, it can just talk to me. What's with the stone?
The snake laughs, its whole body convulsing.
It's very special. A good luck charm.
It tilts its head.
I'm supposed to guard it, but I'm hungry.
If you bring me some meat, you may have it.
Gotta scrounge up some meat.
The heat has made a family of mice slow and easy to catch. You drop them before the snake, and it gulps them down without chewing. It slithers back, exposing the object. Take it, it hisses. I won't bite. Trust me.
Is this a scorpion and the frog situation? Am I gonna get hurt for this? Oh well, I'll trust it.
You reach for the idol. The snake quivers as your hand gets close, but it stays put. It flicks its tongue. Don't be disturbed by how it looks. It'll bring you luck. The snake slithers off into the long grass.
Inspect the stone.
It's an idol, about the size of your clenched fist, carved into the shape of a human head. It's an ugly thing. The side that was pressed into the dirt is a face contorted in grotesque agony. Could this really be a good luck charm?
You know what? I'm gonna keep it.
Good things sometimes wear foul guises. Who are you to judge? You stow the idol, trying to ignore its unusual weight.
Move on. The idol guarded by a talking snake. Is that an item I have now? No, it is not. Alright, let's go into Santa Fe real quick. Santa Fe. They told you that Santa Fe was beautiful, and they were right. You wander among the adobe-walled buildings and look for a place to rest.
A handsome two-story adobe house sits at the corner of two main thoroughfares. A for sale sign tucked into one of its windows. An older man in a shabby suit rushes up to you. Don't go in there, he shouts, waving his arms frantically. That house is haunted.
Haunted?
The man droops. Well, cursed. My former student built it. I taught him everything about how Santa Fe has its own climate, its own culture. My architecture exists in harmony with nature. And then he started his own business and took all my best clients.
So are you just jealous that he's being more popular than you? Former student?
He snorts. More like a son than a pupil. Or so I thought. I taught him how to work with Adobe. I even introduced him to his wife. This is how he repays me? As though our history meant nothing? He scowls at you, wanders off.
Move on. The feuding architects in Santa Fe. Good stories all around. Let's see. Molasses Circus, ton of cats. Horse and the Rider. The art guy. That one. Cart horse faster than a steam engine. Boy with the riddles and the pet down by mobile. Get that one in. Okay, none more for that one. None for that one. I need to get more travel ones, it looks like. More travel. More of whatever that is. Serving twins. All those are still going. Okay, that one's good for right now. I need to get more of whatever the tower, I think that is. And more of the sun one, too. And more of it. I need to get more sad stories, too. I don't have a lot of sad stories. Alright, I think this will be our last thing we do for the day. Let's go meet this new person. Let's go meet this person over here. How many stories do I have? Okay, I'm pretty close to halfway through the story. Got all the stories, too. A third of the way through the stories. Alright. Fidelina, Blacker Than Night.
Buen día le dé Dios. stranger. Come, sit with me a little. To rest is a simple remedy, pero es importante. And the first step in la curación.
First step in healing.
Everyone needs healing. It has always been this way. Sometimes it's a toothache, and sometimes more. Resting the mind is difícil. Walking or sitting, running or sleeping. Always the mind is working, pensando. Oh, please, tell me a story sobre la esperanza and all the good in this world.
Who wants hope? Esperanza! The music haunted the feuding architects. Go with that one. That's not hopeful at all.
What a miserable story. Tristeza. It needs to have a point. A memory of my past. Mi mamá cried when I went to la curandera de mi pueblo to learn las curaciones. She did not want me to be like la curandera. Tried to keep me from going. Pero mi papá did not let her. He knew it was good that I wanted to learn las curaciones. But now, do you have a story about hope? About happiness? And the goodness in the world?
I have a story about the strange bus in the southeast.
Tu vida es... I would not enjoy these things myself. Libertad is only good if you are free to do what is right. If all there are is bad choices, that is no libertad. Pero sometimes it is hard to see what is bueno or malo. See? But tell me, what is the most frightening thing you have seen on your travels?
So you want a frightening story? I'm not gonna give you. The family searching for a new life near Montgomery.
And you say that really happened?
That's one of the more...
True.
That's one of the stories that I would feel would be the most realistic and believable.
Do not worry too much for el futuro. We work for it, sometimes too hard, and forget to cherish el presente. Easier to say than to do. But now, do you have...
Story about hope. A creepy mill near Richmond.
What are you trying to say? Las brujas are more frightening than this silly story. La familia is everything. But a family is big. All the children have all the children. The world is big too, and la familia, it spreads out. Do you have any frightening stories? Have you seen the work of Las Brujas on your travels?
The man who made molasses near Savannah.
Does not feel like la verdad to me. Joy? My favorite time of year is late summer. In August. That's the time to gather the plants for las curaciones. To be one with la tierra. To honor it. There is great joy in being alone on the llano. Or when I go to the mountains. Here is the sun. It is time for me to go. My journey takes me this way. Will you be there? If we meet again, I will be glad to share more about my curaciones with you.
Alright. Alright, so... I call that a success so far. So... did El Paso up through Santa Fe. She's going to be along that way, but I want to kind of avoid her for right now. I don't want to answer the same people, but I do want to get that story. So, I'm thinking... I'm going to head up this way, up into Utah, well, up into Colorado. Then I'll take this road down here, come back around and stuff. So I'm still meeting. So I'm constantly meeting new people and hearing parts of their stories, and then move my way up through California, this area, because these are there's a lot of stories up here too. But it looks like this area has like no one. Okay, there's someone in Illinois. But, like, we're running out of people to meet. Because we met the blues singer, the gambler, the curandera, the World War II vet, the hobo kid, the coal miner, preacher, the migrant worker, and the sharecropper. We got 7 more people to meet during our travels.